welcome everybody to episode number 40 of the COD Casuals podcast. We're your host, Mike.
And I'm Justin.
How we doing, Justin?
I'm good.
How we
Good,
doing?
good.
How we doing?
It's pitch black outside.
Yes. We're gonna say this for every single episode until this plague leaves us.
Yeah. Well, you came over at like 5:15 or something like that.
Yeah.
It was like it's dark now at like 4:45.
Dude, I'll be real. I feel tired right now for no reason.
Well, it feels like it's the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's like I sign off of work and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
day's over.
No, exactly. Like, dude, even today, like today's my day off, man. I didn't do anything today, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I just like I did some of my normal things, but nothing crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm over here and it's 5:30 or what time is it right now? 6 o'clock, and I'm like,
And I'm like, I'm starving right now too.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, I should be eating dinner like soon, but also like when it's dark out, I just feel like I should be eating dinner.
Right.
Or I should be like getting ready for bed.
Yeah, exactly.
Or getting ready to play.
Yeah, that's the thing, dude. Like, it hurts my game a little bit sometimes.
It throws you off.
Yeah. Because it's like 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And we mentioned before, we usually play at 9.
Yeah.
So then it's like 8 o'clock and I'm kind of like a little tired.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I can't be tired right now.
Yeah.
Like,
We got a game.
I gotta be awake on the 6. I can't be like, hey, it's one shot. I can't do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, never realized that we're powering through the seasonal depression as
Daylight
best we can.
savings sucks.
Yeah, dude, I saw on the news that they're trying to pass a bill or proposing a bill called the Sunshine Bill.
The Sunshine Bill.
Yeah, no, dude, no bullshit, right?
Yeah.
And I think they're trying to get rid of daylight savings.
Yeah.
Like get rid of the whole idea of it.
They should, because
It's so dumb.
well, like the whole idea of it was to help like farmers and to help them get an hour of daylight to help grow crops. Which I mean,
It's still important.
still important, but like we have technology now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
we can figure it out.
Yeah, I don't know. I hate how the day just gets shorter and then we all of a sudden just feel like we got to roll back. I'm like, why?
People struggle mentally. Like it's way more mental than physical. It's
I wonder what if there's got to be a stat on it. Like how many people struggle or like what, like their productivity level or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Like how it suffers during this time.
Yeah. Like New England, there's definitely like a study on it. Like seasonal depression.
Yeah.
Dude, like think about like Alaska. The people that live in Alaska, like, dude, I think now, like, I think they get like 2 or 3 hours of daylight.
Yeah. Bro, if you're watching from Alaska, we're sorry. Rip. I couldn't even imagine.
Imagine that. 2 or 3 hours of daylight.
Oh, God.
And it's just dark.
Yeah, it's darkness all the time.
Like, man, you got to be mentally strong over
there.
Yeah,
no, dude, exactly. Now, I've said before, the only thing that's nice is just getting up and it's still sunny out. Like, it does help. Mm-hmm. But still, it's I don't know. I don't get why we have to do it.
Yeah,
I gotta go through this every year.
Yeah, I would give it away. Like, I'd rather wake up dark and have like a longer day of daylight.
Yeah.
And dude, I couldn't imagine doing like regular stuff like buying groceries, just going out with friends. And it's just dark.
Yeah.
All the time.
Well, dude, that was the thing. Like we had watched the football game over the weekend that just happened. What was the ones? There was the Steelers and the Lions, was it?
Yeah, Steelers, Lions.
Oh, my God. Won't even talk about that game.
Pats, Browns. Go Pats. They dominated.
Let's go Pats. Love them. But, like, I remember we left and it was 4:30 or so.
Yeah.
And it was already, it seemed like it was 6:30, 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Like, it was already getting pretty dark out. Like, you have to turn the lights on in your car. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
You know? And I get home. I'm like, oh, man, I'm going to go play. But I realized the time. I'm like, what? Like, dude, it's so early. Like, oh my God.
Yeah. And like we were there for one game.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah. That was ridiculous.
So, I mean, well, we'll get through this time.
We'll get through it. Well, we got Call of Duty to get us through this. Thank God. Thank God. Yeah, we still been on the Call of Duty hustle, shockingly, right?
Yeah.
That never ends.
Vanguard.
No. We were talking last night, since we're still trying to get our way through it, trying to get better at it. I think I've come to the realization that I cannot survive in the sub world. It's just the subs in this game for me, and you've experienced it too. There's very few maps where I feel confident rocking a sub. More often than not, like I'm gonna have to be running the automaton or the STG.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I just feel like you're pulling the trigger a little too early.
Yeah.
I just don't know. Like, we don't know the maps enough to know like what routes to hit.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest reason.
I think that's definitely part of it. But dude, there's times where like I'll be in a close engagement with an MP40 or Thompson, and I get gunned by the STG. Like like that's crazy.
Yeah, I definitely think part of that's just like the attachments. We got to figure that out. Cause dude, remember that guy? I don't know if it was last night or 2 nights ago with the Thompson.
Yeah,
he destroyed everyone.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah,
like. And I've definitely died by the MP40 like a lot compared to the STG. But it's just, I don't know. We need to learn like the routes. And I mean, my playstyle is different than yours. Like running an AR on this map is just so comfortable for me. And the routes that I run, like even with the sub, are like routes that I run with an AR. Yeah. So it's not like, I'm not up in their face like all the time. Right. It's like, I think about it a lot, like where I'm going to hit.
Yeah. No, I experienced that too, but there's definitely... it's not that hard for me to switch to an AR like with my playstyle because I feel like how the STG or the automaton is in this game, it's not that bad. But yeah, there's definitely like a speed loss that I miss because I love running around. Yeah. But man, I would suffer like even on some maps that I know well, like when we play Eagle's Nest or what's the other one? I can't remember the name of it right now. The snow map. What is it? That's not Govutu. No.
The snow map, the church one?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can't
the bad map. Yeah.
Like
starts with a D.
Yeah. Like those maps I'm pretty comfortable with. Yeah. But like both of those maps at this point I run an AR. Yeah. And I feel way more comfortable than running a sub on them. Yeah. And I have like good routes for those maps. Yeah. But
that map, like I can't figure it out. Yeah. Sub or AR doesn't like I don't know. I'll have like random like good days on that map, but it's just it's not consistent. Like I'm getting way more consistent on like the majority of the maps. Yeah. Like Oasis, I've gotten a lot better on that map. Yeah. I know like the routes to hit like with an AR now. Yeah. And like when to push and stuff. But like Hotel Royal, I always run a sub on that map still. Yeah. Like I can't run an AR on that map. Yeah. Because it's just
it's too close.
Yeah, too close and it's slow. Yeah. And then like Eagle's Nest, like I flip. Yeah. Like back and forth. Yeah. It depends like how the other people are playing. If they're just running at me, I'm switching to an AR. Yeah. But if they're not moving, I'm using a sub.
Yeah. Thing I noticed too with the sub, and I wonder if other people notice it, is I feel like I get way more sway when I'm aimed in on a guy. Like I talked about this last week. Yeah. Like, you know, just aiming in like right on the just around them. Yeah. I mess up a little bit. I feel like with the AR, I have way more stability. Yeah. Than I do with the sub, even if it's close range. Like I get that at range, of course. Like you know, you're going to be less accurate with the submachine gun, but still, there's some shots that I would normally hit, and I can't hit them.
Yeah, I think a big part of that is there's like barrels for the ARs that literally make a lot of these ARs just lasers. Yeah. And the subs, there's nothing like that. Yeah. Because I don't know if the sight plays into it, but I took the sight off my MP40, and I played great with it.
Yeah. No, I did the same thing too.
And same with the Thompson. Like, I don't run the sight on those. Yeah. And I feel like that sway, like, is gone.
Yeah, the MP40... I think it was Scump had posted his class, and one of them he wasn't rocking a sight on it. Yeah, and I've seen him in games. I'm like, oh, really? No sub or no sight on that thing? And I started doing it. Yeah, I feel way better. Yeah. Like I still get it, but when I had the just like basic red dot on there, dude, it was so frustrating.
Yeah, especially up close too. Yeah. Like I feel like I can finally lock onto people up close with the iron sight.
No, I agree too. But yeah, the main gun that I've been rocking right now, I using the STG, and I still like, you know, I'm probably gonna end up using the subs, like you said. I think it's just like you said, getting it to that level where I can go and use those attachments. Yeah. I'll see if that really does change it a lot. Because even playing around with it, like I went and copied Scump's class. Yeah, like that definitely helps a lot. Like yeah. But he does at the time, like when I watched it, he had a lot of, or at least like 2 or 3 items or attachments that were all the way at the bottom. Like I have to go and unlock those.
There's one attachment for the magazine. Like it increases the damage of the MP40 by it's like 40% or something. Yeah, that's nuts. All those guys use it because I swear when I'm using the MP40, I just shoot like peas. Yeah, the whole time. Yeah. But when I'm watching other people like kill me with it, it kills me just as fast as an STG. Yeah. And then when I watch the pros use it,
Yeah, that's
and
what
they all have that like attachment.
Yeah, exactly.
But like I just don't want to go through the pain of
having to rank it up to level 60.
Yeah, and it's so.
Is it 60 or 70?
It's 70.
70.
Yeah, but like I'll watch people like on Castle. People run MP40s on that map.
I don't know how they do
and
that.
they beam.
Yeah,
and it's because they have that attachment.
Yeah,
like, dude, I'll be like looking at two guys that are literally in front of me and their backs are towards me, and I shoot them and like they're not dying.
Yeah. No, it's
so annoying.
Yeah, that's where the frustration comes in too, because sometimes I'll be using an MP40 and I get beamed by it, and I'm just thinking, I'm like, dude, do I suck?
Yeah.
Like, am I just like, am I? That's what I like honestly think sometimes. Like, man, I'm just like not good with the sub in this game.
Yeah.
But I think like part of it definitely it's the attachment thing, and right now like my SDG is pretty close to being max, but that thing is like I can compete with that. Like I do really well with that.
Yeah.
MP40, it's very hit or miss. It has to be against specific maps.
Yeah.
Where if there's any range, like you're talking about Hotel Royale.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I've ever used an AR on that map.
Yeah. Well, that's why like I think the Thompson's like better stock than the MP40, I think.
Yeah.
Because the fire rate is just so fast on that.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't, you don't need like a boost of bullets.
Yeah.
But the MP40, like you need that extra damage on it to fry with it.
Yeah. I wonder if some of those damage things are going to get GA'd. I'm sure they will going into the competitive year.
Some of the I feel like if they GA like that magazine, MP40 like is not good.
Yeah,
I don't know because like the other guns have way more recoil.
Yeah,
MP40 is just shoots super straight.
Right,
but like it takes forever to kill someone.
Well, and you think too if it's gonna be like MP40 is gonna be the main gun that they use, bro. The MP40 versus the STG. Yeah, like without that attachment, dude, forget about it.
Yeah,
like there's no way.
Yeah,
like unless you nerf that. Like they either have to buff the MP40, like buff the subs in general, or nerf the ARs.
Yeah, I think that a nerf is going to come to like the STG.
Yeah. I imagine both of those are going to take place. That and a buff to the subs.
Yeah, yeah. And I wonder what other. Let us know what you think if subs are more OP than ARs in this game.
Yeah.
Or, vice versa.
Yeah.
We just don't know yet because like. I mean, once we unlock that attachment and like
then we're
running
know.
around, and then we're like, oh wow, we were fugazi about the MP40. Because I'm pretty sure I said the same exact thing about the 74U.
Yeah.
In Cold War, I was like, I can't use this gun.
Yeah.
It literally shoots peas.
Yeah.
And then I got the right attachments. I'm like, okay, wait.
This thing is an absolute laser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's way better.
Yeah. That's the thing, dude. Like I saw what's now Obey Restrain.
Yeah.
Right. Shout out to that guy. Love that guy. He posted a video on YouTube, him using the automaton, and dude, that thing is an absolute laser. Like I was using that last night. There were some shots, and I didn't say anything. Dude, my jaw was on the floor. I was like, huh?
Yeah.
I was like, dude, that is gross that I just killed that guy.
The rate of fire on that thing's crazy.
Yeah, and dude, it doesn't like you should try it. Like, dude, it doesn't move. It literally like I'm not even that high with it. I think I'm like 23, 24.
Yeah.
I don't even have like that great of attachments. Dude, that thing doesn't. Yeah, it's an absolute laser beam.
I haven't mine's like level 5 or 6 or something. Yeah, but I've been mainly using the STG and the bar. The bar is the second AR I've been using.
I gotta try that.
Mine's like level 60 something.
Dang, dude, that's pretty high.
It's like that thing. The fire rate is so slow. It's horrendous.
Yeah,
but it kills so quick.
Yeah,
like I've killed guys with one bullet to the head.
Yeah,
I'm like, holy shit. Like this thing is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, but like when I use it on sub pen a lot.
Yeah,
because that map it's hard to see people.
Yeah,
but if you don't aim in right away, like you're screwed.
Yeah,
because the fire rate is just.
You just have to be like pre-aiming everything.
Yeah, like I use it in S&D a ton.
Yeah,
because it kills so fast.
Right.
I really like it, but I want to level that up to 70.
Right.
And then be done with that, and then go to like the automaton.
Yeah,
because I've heard like really good things about that gun too.
Yeah, that gun's insane. I'll probably end up moving to the bar.
The 3AR, like those 3 ARs are like they're
goated.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah,
the bar, if they increase the fire rate on that,
it's over.
That'd be OP.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Like But the mag in it that I have, like, it's only 20 rounds.
Yeah.
But you kill in 2 shots.
Yeah. That's the thing, man. Like, you start thinking about this. Like, I think about the STG or I think about the automaton. I'm like, is there really any drawback to this gun?
Yeah.
I'm like, not really.
Yeah.
Like, there's no con to this gun. Like, we saw that in Cold War, RIP. Like, with the, was it not the FAMAS, but it basically was. Was it the FAR?
Oh, yeah. The FAR. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, that gun killed and, like, insanely quick. And the fire rate was insane, but the recoil at the time was atrocious.
Yeah.
Remember when the recoil was just kind of good? Like, it wasn't that bad? That gun was broken.
Yeah.
Like, if you could control it through, like, attachments that were viable, it was a nightmare.
And that's why the M4 was so good.
Yeah.
That gun was crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, in this game, like, the bar, like, it felt the same in World War II, if you guys played that, too.
Yeah.
But those 3 ARs are really, really good. Like, I could see people using the bar in competitive, like S&D or something.
Yeah.
Like, unless they GA it, because it literally kills in 2 bullets. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, you should try it, because I think you'd have a lot of fun with it.
It's funny, too, like, the meta in World at War, I remember was the same thing. Like, the subs, it was always MP40 and Thompson.
Yeah.
Like, that's always what it was. And then... both of those with the drum mag, elite.
Yeah, exactly.
You had the drum magazine, and then I can't even remember though, because I didn't run the ARs very much in that. But like, they had the STG. I'm pretty sure that was the main one that people used anyway.
This is the same exact meta in World War II.
Yeah,
same exact.
Yeah, every World War game.
Yeah,
it's the same thing.
I mean, like, what other guns do they use?
Exactly,
you
right.
Can't, like, add anything.
They're gonna whip out the XM4.
yeah, right.
The Krig, Krig 6.
But yeah, I'm sure, people listening to this are like, STG is just crazy good.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of you guys will agree with us. But definitely try out the bar and the automaton.
Yeah.
Because those guns are
GOAT.
They're good.
Yeah, insanely good.
And I can tell you right, if you just pre-aim with the bar, you're killing people so quick. Like, that gun's OP.
Yeah.
Like, I watched Draza use it.
Yeah.
I was like, this dude is frying people in pubs.
Mind blowing.
Yeah, I'm like, he's a pro, but like, this thing it kills so fast.
Yeah, like I saw Dashy from Optic Texas. He was using the same thing. He was using the automaton. Dude, gross.
Yeah,
gross. It looks like it's broken.
Yeah.
Like he looks like he has the hacks on when he's shooting people with that.
Yeah,
I don't even understand it.
Yeah,
it's like just no recoil, obviously, because they're so good at that. But yeah, that thing is, the time to kill is pretty dang good on it too.
Yeah. So I mean, though, with the time to kill in this game, like, it's so fast.
It feels very fast.
And then these guns kill super fast too. Like, man. Like, the bar, super, super high damage, so fire rate. But then the automaton, really, really accurate, and fire rate super high.
Yeah,
damage low. Like, you can't really go wrong with either one.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, I was like, actually, before we go to like our main topic, right? We both hit Prestige.
Oh, yes, we did. Yes, we did.
So we'll get reset when Season 1 comes.
Already on the hustle.
Yeah, but we're on the hustle. Some people are probably like Prestige like 3 or something. You're going to be reset. Just so you know.
I don't know how that works. I don't quick question. When you're on Prestige 1, do you have to go all the way through 55 again?
Yeah.
And then you hit Prestige 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say, because like, I didn't know how that would work if they changed it, just because like there's no point in prestiging since the season hasn't started yet.
Yeah. Well, I think it's the same exact like prestige system as Cold War. Like, they're going to just keep releasing like new prestiges.
Yeah.
So like, you can keep going over if you want, but like, we're going to be reset to Prestige 1.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to do the master thing like they did, where you were level 50 and then Prestige 2 is 100, 150 is 3.
I don't know.
Cuz this one, like, you'd see everybody was always, I didn't ever saw anybody who was like first Prestige 50. Like,
Yeah. You don't see the level. So when I hit like 55, like, it'll go to 2.
Yeah.
And then like, it'll stay 2 until I hit 55 again, and then I'll go to 3.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that's kind of cool, because like, you see that number,
right,
and you're like, oh crap, this person's like second prestige.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know what level they are, but it doesn't matter. They're second.
Right.
So, But yeah, we're on the hustle.
We're cooking through it. We've been cooking through it though with the help of some the help of some tech.
Good transition.
Yes, with the help of some amazing technology, right? Space age. No, so we were going to talk mainly today about some of the things that we use on our, like, whether it be controllers, we have specific controllers or other little additions that we have to it, and kind of cover just some basic gaming setup stuff that we have.
And I'll add, like, these are all just, like, gaming accessories that, like, we use that, we just like using them. Like, some of these definitely help gameplay. Others are just, like, we just prefer them. We prefer different things. And since the holidays are right around the corner and, this episode is going to go live before Black Friday. So, get your wallets out. You want some stuff, like, you want to buy your significant other something, or, your friends. Gamers will love this stuff.
Yeah, and most of the stuff too, like, there's some really inexpensive stuff on here that we have that's just little things that definitely helped. This isn't sponsored, by the way. We're not sponsored by any of these companies. This is just stuff that we use. So we don't have one company that does everything for us. We're kind of all over the place.
This is our opinion, and, we're not...
Take it or leave it. This is what we like.
No sponsor. We're not going to be biased about any of this stuff.
Something I'd start with that I use, like, starting on kind of a basic level, would be the control freaks that I use. I started using these maybe, like, I think, like, during BO4, when we were going back on BO4. So that was during the MW season. I bought these. They are, let me get the specific name of them. They're Control Freak Omni for the PS4. They're $15. That's like the easiest thing that you can go buy. They just hook onto your same thing. I have a basic PS4 controller. I don't use anything special. If you go to Best Buy, that's what I use. But those sticks, man, they save my life. I play, not even just Call of Duty, but any other game, like single player, I just use them because they're not really high rise. They're too low rise concave. Concave means they go in. Convex is going over, but they're right. They're just very low. So there's not a lot of rise to them, but they've helped with the grip, and they do help still with the distance traveling. That's why you use those sticks. For people wondering, you can get insanely high ones, which will get to yours. Or like some people, like I know Clayster from in the CDL. I'm pretty sure he has like an insanely high one. If I'm not
his
mistaken.
is like the same height as mine.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. High stick.
High stick. I can't hang with that. It takes time.
It takes time. But yeah, like the whole point of Control Freaks is, to improve your aim. And I mean, I'll go into the, the other accessories that I have too, but just speaking of Control Freaks, like, I always, like, questioned them. I was like, why do people use these and stuff? And when did I get mine? Like, I think, like, it was when I got my other accessory, like my controller. I think it was like,
bro, you know what? I can actually, I can check.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I can check. Let me check my email.
Well, I was gonna say, because I remember I got a DM from your girlfriend when she told me that was what she was gonna get you. No, that was 2017.
Okay, yeah. So I got
there. You
got mine in 2017. And I've been using them ever since. I was like, that's honestly
a long time.
And I was like, they say it'll increase your aim. I was very skeptical about it, but like they're super cheap, like Mike said. Like you can find some for $10. Like 10 to, I think, like the highest is like probably $20 or $25. So this is a pretty good like stocking stuffer. But the one that I have, I only use one actually, and it's like the high rise, like on my right stick. And I just prefer that because it helps my aim a lot more. I don't have to. My right stick doesn't travel like a super far distance when I'm aiming. And this is really hard to explain to you guys over audio, but trust me, like if you guys try it out, like, you won't be disappointed. And I don't know if you use like another one on your left stick.
No, but that's a good point. Same thing. I have one on my right stick. Just for aiming.
And this is like, again, all preference. I've tried 2 sticks. I've tried 1 stick, and I just use one on my right. and my left stick is a domed stick instead of like concave.
Yeah.
Because for me, when I'm sprinting, like I want like a smooth, track on my thumb.
Yeah.
That's why I have a domed one.
Yeah. Now I did play around too during BO4 with both of them on, and yeah, I definitely didn't like it, like on the left stick.
Yeah.
It for me, I didn't see any performance purpose with that. Now I'm sure there's a lot of people that probably have a counter argument to that, being like, oh, if you're aimed in, or like trying to, I mean, I really don't even know. I would trying to think of another argument, but I'm sure someone has one.
Yeah. I mean, it can help with like movement, like, because you don't need to move your stick as far when you're like turning and stuff.
Yeah. And a big thing too, it's comfort.
Yeah, again, this is all preference, like what we prefer.
Yeah, the thing I do like though about these like added bonus is they save my controller. Yeah. Like, because, man, I look at one of my old controllers that I just got to throw it away because the sticks on it, man, they are worn down to like the plastic, like hardware underneath. Yeah. Like they are so worn down from my freaking sweat and me just like mashing my thumb into it,
Yeah.
Where these, like I've had them for probably what now? Like over a year. And I just bought that one pack and they're fine. Like, they've lasted me a long time.
I've had my original ones.
Yeah.
From 2017.
Yeah.
Because I only use one.
Yeah.
So like
when that one goes south, just switch out the other one.
Like I literally the original one.
Yeah.
That's what I'm using. And I'm sure when that one like it fades away and I switch to the other one, like it's gonna feel so weird.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot even straighter.
Yeah, you're gonna have like an insane amount of grip on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for $10 to $20 for getting something like that, it's like a no-brainer. It's not gonna break the bank. If you were going to go and invest in like something a lot more expensive, I'd be a lot more cautious. But for those, if you want to take the plunge, you can try, like you can get a pack of them if you have the funds to do it. Get some low-rise ones, get like different heights out of them, and just see which ones you might be more comfortable with. I've tried the high-rise. I personally don't like them. I could get used to it, I'm sure, but I just like a little bit of rise there to help out.
Yeah, and I have the high rise because that's what I started off with.
Yeah.
I've have a pair to like that are low rise ones, and like I just don't feel as comfortable. Like I don't have as much control. So again, it's just all preference.
Yeah.
Like I feel like if I was using a low rise on an AR, like I would be as accurate.
Yeah.
But on a sub, like I'm sure that helps a lot.
Yeah.
But for me, like with a high rise on an AR, I shoot really straight. On a sub, it probably like hurts me a little bit.
Well, that's the thing too, right? That's kind of part of our roles. That's why we do that.
Yeah.
Like I primarily run a submachine gun. That helps me a lot. Like it doesn't mean I can't run an AR, but you're better on the AR than me. You know, not just because your overall skill, but also like
I suck.
No, you're trash, bro. Absolute cheat. Carried by your controller, bro. No, but like your controller does help. Like it can help you.
Yeah.
But you got to know how to use it too, which will be a good segue into your other bit of a bigger purchase. But
so I'll just put this out there. I'm definitely more of like the techie person between Mike and I. Like I love tech. I love experimenting with like, new stuff. I'm not afraid to like, drop money on stuff that like I want to invest money into. Yeah. If, I'm using it all the time. So I'm sure a lot of you have heard like Scuff Gaming. It's a Scuff controller, which basically has paddles on the back. Yeah. Which maps certain like buttons like X, circle, triangle, square for PlayStation, and vice versa for Xbox. And basically what a Scuff does is it's mainly for an FPS, and like you can use it for other games too, but it just helps shooting and like just moving around because you don't need to take your right thumb to go and like jump or reload or crouch. Yep. And that's the whole point of it. And I won't go too in depth about like, why you need it, because I'm not selling this. Yeah. But it helps your gameplay like a lot. Yeah. And I know there are people out there that are like, you just spent money for nothing, or like you're only good because you have a Scuff. Oh man, I had an old roommate that said that to me. I'm like, yo, I was frying your ass. I've used a regular controller. I'm not bad on a regular controller. Trust me. Like that's all I've used.
Yeah. No, there's definitely though. I will say, there is a steep learning curve with both of them. Like you probably, I guarantee you would struggle for a little bit going back to a normal controller, but like it's the same thing. You just pick it up over time.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't know, it's just like anything. If you don't know how to use it, it's not going to benefit you.
Yeah.
You know,
and like personally, like I still use a regular controller for single player games.
Yeah. So it's not like you're totally lost in the woods. Like now, if I play, like I've played on your Scuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if you put the sticks, like everything the same, it's a learning curve. And I'll add to that a little bit more.
I'm hot trash with a Scuff right off the rip right now.
Anyone on a Scuff is going to be trash.
Yeah.
Because man, I will say like most people will start on a normal controller, and like I got mine as a present, like back in 2017.
Yeah.
That's when I got it.
Yeah.
Because like I always wanted one, and like I didn't want it back then. Like I think we were still in college, we were freshmen.
Yeah, bro. $200 on a controller.
Yeah,
bro, that ain't happening.
Yeah, no way.
No way.
But I got it as a gift. You know, I was fortunate enough to get it, and it definitely helps going from a Scuff to a regular controller. Like you just don't lose, you know, that mentality like in your head when you go to a regular controller again. Like it's like nothing changed. It's like riding a bike.
Yeah.
And then when you go back to Scuff, same thing.
Yeah.
But man, going from a regular controller to a Scuff, guys, let me tell you, you need to grind for like a good month. I'm not even kidding.
No,
like,
straight up.
There's so many times where I caught myself moving my thumb and pressing like jumping or like reloading or something.
It's like brain rewiring.
Yeah.
You know?
It is.
Like I saw something I was say maybe a couple weeks ago. Got to that side of YouTube. It was Brain Games. You know that thing on YouTube? Yeah.
Was it the guy riding the bike?
Yep.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. Right. And I think it took him like a month or two.
Yeah.
To end up doing it.
And then he went and rode a normal bike. Yeah. And he just couldn't do it.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's something too. Like a little insight to me. Like I play music. I'm a guitarist. Right. And I play right-handed, which is weird because I do everything. Most things I do left-handed.
Yeah.
Right. But if you flip the guitar for me and I play left-handed, so my right hand is on the neck of the guitar and my left hand strumming, it feels like a new instrument.
Yeah.
Like I don't have the coordination.
Yeah.
It's weird. I have all the brain power and understanding of what to do, but when it's flipped, it's like a new hand is doing it and I can't do it.
Yeah.
It's like when I play control, I'm like, dude, I know what I have to do. Yeah. But all the buttons are like now on this finger. I'm like, I can't think like that.
Yeah.
You know?
And again, like Mike said, it just takes training.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, when I was playing, I think it was around Black Ops 4, dude, I was getting so angry.
Yeah.
I was like, I am shit. Like, there's no way that the Scuff is going to help me.
Yeah, right.
And I was getting so angry. Like
next level, dude, losing composure.
I looked up on YouTube. People are like, "Don't get it. It sucks." People in the
you start buying. You're like, dude, maybe they're right, bro. Yeah. Maybe I made a mistake.
People in the comments were like, "No, you're trash. Like you need to spend it. You need to spend time on it." And you know, you have to get through that struggle and the pain of like being bad because it's learning a whole new game again.
It is.
And the first month I was like, oh, I'm still bad.
Yeah.
Like I can't get used to it. But you know, over time, just playing the game over and over.
Yeah.
Like now that I think about it, my thumb never leaves the right stick. Yeah. I don't think I ever like move my thumb to reload, jump or anything.
Yeah.
It's all paddles.
Yeah.
And you know, it definitely helps your gameplay. You don't need it. You know, again, I got it as a gift.
Yeah.
And I bought a second Scuff because I just love the product that much. Not selling it again.
No.
If you don't want to buy it, don't buy it.
Yeah.
And like I want to reiterate, like you don't need this to be good.
No.
It's just, you know, I had the funds to do it, so I wanted to get another one.
Dude, arguably one of the greatest of all time, Scump. He doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the way he plays though. Like he plays claw. Does he have a Scuff or he just have two paddles on the back?
He plays on a Scuff but takes the two paddles off.
Yeah. So he plays on a normal controller basically. Yeah. You know.
And like, you know, he's sponsored by Scuff because he uses it, but he doesn't use it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's like it's crazy. You know, he's one of the best ever. Man, he doesn't do that. You know.
Yeah, and like it's based on the way he plays. Yeah. And again, like if Mike wanted to play, if he didn't want to spend the $200 on a Scuff, but he wanted to play like using a Scuff, you would just try to learn how, you know, playing claw.
Yeah, which we've talked about that before. Claw, just having your index finger, I believe, is it right? Just like laying on top of the on top of the buttons.
Yeah.
And you use that to press.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Like, you're not. I've tried that, like,
Yeah.
just for fun, because you can switch to that immediately in a game. Yeah, it's whack.
Yeah.
Whack.
And again, like, you're going to be just as bad doing that as a scuff.
Yeah, you're going to be terrible.
You're used to it.
Yeah. Thing too, we can note about your scuff is you play on the Impact, right? Scuff Impact.
Yeah. I was going to add that.
Yeah.
I don't play on the PS4, like, Pro version. I play on an Impact, which is a little bit bigger than the regular PS4 controller.
Yeah, the Infinity, I think is what they call it. There's the Infinity and the Impact.
Yeah. The Impact is what I play on. It's a little bit bigger. It feels more comfortable in my hands.
Yeah.
You know, it all depends, like, what you, because people with bigger hands, this is probably better.
Yeah.
I don't have big hands or anything, but it feels a lot better than the PS4 for me.
Yeah. Now, if anyone's never seen it, the Impact is more like the like an Xbox 360 controller.
Yeah.
It's more along those lines. Like the actual handles on the side of it, they are a bit wider and they go out more. Whereas on just like the normal PlayStation controller, they're a lot more narrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, that's all comfortability.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And on the Impact, it has 4 paddles on the back.
Yep.
While the Infinity regular PS4 has 2.
Yep.
And on the PS4, like, you can program like the back to whatever you want, but it's usually jump and crouch. And then obviously on the Impact, it has all 4 buttons.
Right.
So it's whatever you prefer, you know. And I want to reiterate again, if you buy this, honestly, like, it doesn't mean you're going to be good.
Yeah.
It really doesn't.
No.
Again, I bought it. I got it as a gift, and I like the product enough to buy it again. Yeah. You know.
I think there's definitely a level to how good it's going to make you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there might come a point where, like, you may be at a hindrance, but for, again, like, in the casual realm, like, it'll help you a lot if you want that personal gain, but the scuff is not going to send you from a casual level to being on an AM team or competing for the pros. Like,
yeah, exactly. And, like, I'm not trying to be on a pro team or anything. I saw that the pros were using it, and I just wanted to try it. I had the money for it, and, you know, I picked it up.
Yeah.
And again, like, Mike may never buy it, but, like, he doesn't, you know, if you don't want to, like, you don't need to. It doesn't mean you're going to be a lot better with it. I will say, like, it does give you an advantage. Yeah. Like, it definitely does when you learn how to use it, because I can turn on people, like, pretty easily. And, again, like, I personally don't think I was trash on a regular controller.
No.
You know?
No, there's certain mechanics, and just, I mean, overall, like, having your fingers constantly on the sticks, there are certain movement and certain mechanics that you are simply going to be better at and have less time lost when you're doing inputs when you have a scuff. Yeah. You know, or if you play claw.
Yeah, exactly. Vice versa. Like, me, side canceling is way easier for me. Yeah. Because I have the paddles on the back. For you, like, you don't have the paddles, and, like, you don't play claw. Yeah. And again, like, we're talking Scump, like, he slide cancels a lot. Yeah. Dude, imagine his
circle.
Dude, his finger must be so strong.
Yeah. No, exactly. Because, like, you have to go and hit circle and cancel out of it. For me, I don't do that very much because if I, like, you think about it, if I've got my controller held, I have to take my finger off of the stick, off my right stick to go do that. Yeah. Like, then if I slide cancel, it almost defeats the whole purpose of it. Yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, if you see people slide canceling you, there's a good chance those people have a scuff. Yeah. Or they have a claw. But again, you got to learn that mechanic, you know?
Yeah, yeah. It's like, and either way, so just to wrap it up with the scuff, like, you can either learn how to play claw because you know, you want to get better, and that's for free, and, you know, that's going to take time. Or you can go and spend like it's like 150 to 200 depending on, like, you want to spec it out. Yeah. To buy a controller that gets rid of the, you know, claw mechanic. Yeah. But you still have to learn how to use it too. Yeah. You know, and I'm on the side of, like, if you like what you're doing, and, like, Mike and I, we spend a lot of time gaming. Yeah. Like, I don't mind dropping that amount of money, and again, I have the funds for it. If you don't, no worries. Doesn't matter. Yeah. You know,
I think at some point, maybe in this Christmas, I might go buy myself one. You know, why not? Just send it and see how I like it.
Yeah. Because, again, like, it doesn't hurt. The other thing, too, is, like, I think Scuff's it's being directed more towards, like, casual players, too. Yeah. Because you can see people slide canceling a lot. Right. And, you know, if you don't like it, honestly, you can just go and sell it. Someone will buy it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I'll just wrap it up on that, because I don't want sell the Scuff too much.
Yeah. No, there's other companies too. Like there's Scuff, and there's also the other one's Battle Beaver. Yeah. I've never used those. I've never seen them in person. I don't know anything about them other than I do know some pros. Like I'm pretty sure Arcides, I think.
Yeah, Arcides,
Atlanta FaZe. Yeah, those guys, they use Battle Beaver. Again, it's preference.
Yeah. The difference on that, Battle Beavers, they have like buttons instead of paddles.
Yeah.
That's what they prefer. I've only heard on Twitter that Battle Beavers like don't break as easily.
Yeah.
My experience, I've never nothing has happened with my Scuff.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
slam it.
You're not a hard player.
Yeah. I don't, smash your stuff.
Yeah, right.
How about
exactly.
that? And one benefit I will say of the Scuffs is you can swap out thumbsticks.
Yeah.
When Mike was saying you had like your PS4 controller before you added the controller freaks.
Yeah.
Like you would grind them to like the plastic.
Yeah.
With Scuff, you can take those thumbsticks out and just buy new ones.
Yeah.
That's really nice, so you don't have to
go buy a whole new controller.
Yeah, legit.
Yeah, yeah. Because if like I have it with some of my controllers, like I've had issues where there's like sway in the analog stick, the controller's chalked. Yeah. Like you either have to hope and pray that if you do some canned air and stuff will help it, or you're gonna have to go drop $60 on a new controller.
Yeah. So it's whatever you prefer.
Right.
We can move to the next one.
Yeah. Next thing, like relating to the what I actually have on me while I'm gaming would be my headset.
Yep.
Yeah, headset. I use a Astro A20. I've had that for not super long. Back on the PS3, I used to have Turtle Beach PX9s, PX10s, or something like those. They were pretty wild. They had there's a button on there that had a bunch of you could flip through settings as to how to have the in-game volume, which was kind of whack.
Yeah.
But I never really used them all that much. But that was during the PS3. PS4, I bought these maybe about a year ago, maybe a little bit long. I can't really remember when I bought them.
I think you got them during the Modern Warfare season.
Yeah, sometime around then. Yeah. That's when I really started to get back into Call of Duty again.
Yeah.
Like playing really hard. Because I'd always just played with like TV volume.
Yeah.
And then had just like my headset, like the little earpiece.
Yeah. That was back when we you got the headset because we were playing way more together again.
Yeah, and you were like, dude, like I will say you are at a disadvantage if you don't have a headset. Straight up.
Yeah, you
straight
are.
up. Like I'm like the Scuff. We're kind of like debating.
Yeah.
If you don't have a decent headset, you're at a severe disadvantage. Straight up.
Yeah, and I have the Astro A20s as well. Astro A20s are wireless, which is why we both have them. You can argue like latency and stuff and lag because they're wireless.
Yep.
We just like clean setups. I just don't like wires.
Yep.
I've had the A20s since they first came out, which is 2016 or 2017. I can't remember. I've had them for a long time.
Yeah.
Like the cushions on mine are like, dude, if I put yours on, I'd be like, oh God, this is nice.
Yeah. I've tried to find ways to clean them.
Yeah.
There's not really much. Like I take a lint roller to it from time to time, but I've seen things like how to clean them and they get a little bit involved and I'm like, nope, I'm not doing that. Because if I damage this, I'm never going to live it down.
Well, like my cushions are just getting like flatter just because I'm
they're
wearing
constantly on.
But the A20s are super nice because if anyone, have heard of Astros, they're notorious for being super expensive.
Yeah.
Which they do have like super expensive
yeah, they've got some models. They've got some models that are definitely on the higher end.
840s, 850s.
Yeah.
But the A20s, this was like the first affordable like gaming line, which is a really good move on them.
Yep.
The predecessor to this is the A10s, which is the wired version of the A20s.
Yeah.
And both are plastic A10s and A20s.
Yep.
So you can throw them around. Like we could take our headset and like toss it and it'd be fine.
Yeah.
But like Mike said, you're at a disadvantage if you don't have a headset, wired or wireless. Like you can hear footsteps like everywhere.
Yeah.
And just like gunshots and everything.
Yeah. And with them too, like the A10s, you can buy them right now off Astro's site. They're $60. So depending, I mean, they're like, I think for headsets, that's not bad. For for just like an average gaming headset.
Yeah, definitely not bad.
The A20s are $120. They're in that mid-tier price range because then once you go to after that, it's the A40s, which are $150, and then the A50s. Or sorry, A40s are $150, and then A50s are $300. Unless you really know what you're doing, forget about the A40s and the A50s.
Yeah.
Especially the A50. If you're just like an average person and you're looking to get a headset, even if you have that cash, I seriously wouldn't recommend it because it's like you won't utilize that controller enough.
Yeah, and the A40s is what pros use like on stage and stuff.
Yep,
because they're wired.
Yep.
And I mean, personally, I've thought about getting the A40s or A50s like down the line, just because again, I like tech and I want all those features.
Yeah, exactly.
And like Mike said, like I'm no guru, but I definitely like I'm gonna use all those settings to my advantage.
Yeah, exactly.
Like one of my old roommates, he bought the A40s, the tournament editions, and I set up all of his settings in game for him.
Yeah,
and I just like doing that stuff.
Yeah.
But they're not plug and play. Like
exactly.
The A20s and like even the A20s weren't like that much plug and play.
No.
Like, there's settings that you can change on the A20s.
Yeah.
Which like I have custom settings like on the website for mine.
Yeah.
Or you can just plug them in and they work. But the A40s and A50s, you have to know what you're doing. And again, like if you have the cash, right?
Yeah.
Like we're not promoting. Don't go spend all your money on like a headset.
Yeah, don't go into the red.
Yeah,
spend $400 on a gaming headset.
Yeah, but I mean, like eventually, like I want to either get A40s, A50s, or even like the high end like Turtle Beach headsets.
Yeah,
because if you're gaming a lot, I see no reason to not like spend that much. If you game a lot.
Yeah,
if you're you game like an hour. Or like a few hours every other day.
Yeah.
Yeah. A week or something. Yeah.
Yeah. If you're playing like 3 hours a week or something like that, you just kind of hop on from time to time. It's really not worth it.
Yeah. You guys don't need that.
Like we play every day for like, probably 5-6 days a week. I mean, I play, unless I'm traveling, I'm playing every day.
Yeah.
And I'm playing for like an hour or two.
We play every day.
Yeah. Again, like unless there's some reason I can't be at my PlayStation, I'm playing every day.
Yeah.
For well over 10 hours, like easily.
Yeah.
You know, so it's worthwhile to spend that. You pay for it in pretty quickly.
And like we play like minimum 2 hours every day.
Yep.
Honestly, we've been going over a lot. Like probably like 2 to 3 hours every day.
Yeah.
Weekends, like we'll sign on midday. We play for like I don't know, 3 to 5 hours total.
Yeah.
Maybe more than that.
Grind City.
So we put in a lot of time to gaming.
So if you're gonna go and buy a headset, like if you're like us and you play that much, it may be worthwhile to go into that mid-tier range for some like the A20s, or if you're just kind of casual, like you don't play as much, again, we're kind of hardcore casuals. It seems like it a little bit, but like if you seriously play maybe like just a couple hours a week here and there, and you want a better experience, go get like the A10s, if that's in your price range, or if you can't afford the 20s, go get those.
Yeah. And like, it's whatever you guys can afford.
Right. And but the A10s, having a headset, going from the earpiece, like the plastic earpiece that you get with your PS4 or whatever, the difference between that and a actual headset, game changing.
Yeah. And it's not just for FPS games, it's like all games you play. You're so much more immersed in the game.
Oh yeah.
And again, that's where like the A40s and A50s are like superior to the ones that we have. If you're playing like a single player game and like you set the settings right, it's crazy. It's like you're in a movie theater.
Yeah.
Like just playing the game.
Yeah. No, it's nuts.
So definitely get a headset, whatever you can afford.
Yep.
Or if you're like me and you just love tech,
just go spend it.
Yeah, like if you have the money, go buy it, because that invest in your hobbies.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. I think the last thing I'll add on that I have is my my monitor.
Yeah.
So the monitor that I have right now is it is the BenQ Mobius X. No, it's a BenQ gaming monitor. Was it 144 hertz? And 1080p, 1 millisecond. That's it. You can get it on Amazon again. Into these, I mean, I went and consulted with you because again, this is your realm. It's $250. I think for a monitor, that's really not that bad.
No, yeah, that's a good price range.
Compared to some of these monitors that even they're showing now, or like Alienware, or like okay, no, I'm kidding. You got a deal on yours too, I remember.
Yeah.
But still, like you can kind of go crazy with gaming monitors. Do I think it helps? Yeah. Do I think it's like the end all be all? Like, did I become a better player because of that? No. Did I become a better player with a headset though? Yes. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
The monitor, it helps, but it's not like. It depends. For me, it was a big deal, but didn't make me a better player. Makes games look prettier, though.
And like, if you have a cool setup, like it gets you into that stuff, you know.
Oh yeah.
Like before, like you didn't have like a legit setup.
Bro, I used to game on the edge of my bed with like an Insignia TV.
Yeah, I mean, like all of us did.
That was the setup.
I played on a flat screen.
Yeah, bro, I had straight. Yeah, I remember, dude. We used to play on like I used to when I was back at my house I grew up in. I played on like a 45, 50-inch TV.
Yeah,
straight plasma, bro.
Yeah.
I'd sit on the floor crisscross frying kids. I'd stare up at my TV and I'm just like, I'm like looking left to right.
Yeah,
I don't know how I did it.
Yeah.
But how my back is still alive is a mystery. I haven't been to the hospital.
So the monitor that I have the Alienware AW25, which is it's 25 inches.
Yeah.
There's really no like size. It's all about preference. But I would say if you fall in between like the 20 to 25 inch range, like that's prime for like just gaming.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you don't need your eyes don't have to travel that much like across the screen.
Yeah.
Mine is like 244 hertz, 1 millisecond, 1080p.
Yep.
And for all the techie people out there that are listening, I know that's overkill for the PS4 because the PS4 can't even like utilize 244 hertz. But I'm future proofing myself because I am getting a PC eventually.
Yeah.
And I don't want to upgrade my monitors too.
Yeah, exactly.
So I have two of those. Both of them. One I got for free actually because I won a giveaway.
Yeah.
The other one like I got on sale. Like I got mine on sale for like $350.
Yeah.
And it goes for like $550 or something. So I got an insane deal on it.
That's a deal.
I got it like on Black Friday.
Yeah.
So I'll go with Mike. Like it definitely like I think it helps us.
Yeah.
I personally like going from a TV to a monitor. You can feel how fast the milliseconds is.
Yeah.
Not necessary. Like again, like same with the headset. If you're not playing a lot, like play on a TV.
Yeah.
You know. But if you're super into like setups and stuff like that, and like you game all the time, like you know, it's worth it.
Yeah. No, I enjoy having the nicer monitor. Games look better. The response time is better. All that stuff definitely improves. But again, that's if you play enough and like you notice that bothers you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You won't know unless you try it. That's the other thing.
Exactly. You know, like I remember when I went from that TV, which was like $30, and then got that the monitor, I could definitely see a difference.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the monitor too because I like the look of it. Like a monitor definitely can add a little bit of flair if you do have a setup, like a designated gaming setup, or if it's like your work gaming setup is combined, it can make it look a lot nicer.
Yeah, and it definitely it helps a lot when you're like playing single player games too.
Yes.
In my opinion, because you just have like a setup to come to and just like sit and game, right?
Yep.
I will say I do wish like I had, you know, a 65-inch 4K TV hooked up to like a PS5.
Yeah.
Because you're getting fully immersed in the story.
Right.
And while our monitors are only 1080p. Right?
Yeah.
But like we mainly play COD, so you know that doesn't bother us all that much. And even like now, like the games look insanely good at 1080p.
Yeah.
Like your eyes can't tell a difference past 4K.
Yeah.
Like personally, if I had the funds, I would buy a 4K monitor, just future-proof myself forever.
Yeah.
And I would never have to buy another one again.
Yeah.
But you're sacrificing like latency if you buy 4K over like 1080p.
Yeah.
So, you know, again, monitors range from like literally $100 up to the thousands.
Yeah.
So, you know, pick your price range. You don't need to ball out and spend a ton of money on a monitor.
Yeah.
but you also, if you're buying $100 monitor, like you can buy a TV.
Yeah.
At that point. Like,
yeah, that's the thing. I think with if there's any advice when you're getting a monitor, if you decide to get one, I would get one. One obviously what's in your price range. Try to find something there, but what you had mentioned is a good point. Is try to future-proof yourself. Yeah. Like, is this monitor only going to be good for right now, or is this a monitor that I can use like on the PS5, or if I end up going to a PC, you may have to spend a little bit extra, but you have to think in the long run, like, is the extra $50, $75 worth it compared to like the extra $300 you're gonna have to go when you buy a brand new monitor?
Yeah, exactly. And like Mike did, if you have a friend that's like into setups, go talk to them, because like if you go online or to Target or Best Buy and stuff, like prices range and they will scam you.
Yeah.
So make sure you like talk to a friend or just like do your research.
Yeah, go on YouTube, watch people, like watch trusted people who have like a lot of reviews on certain monitors, blogs, whatever. But yeah, I think that's like the last thing that I have in my setup that I really use. Yeah. I'm pretty bare bones. You have some like a couple little extra things we could touch on before we wrap up, I think.
So I got a bunch of like random stuff that I added that, but the core of it, like you said, it's headset, controller, monitor.
Yeah.
Like
the holy trinity.
Yeah. And again, like we've talked about, like you can spend a lot of money on like all those things. Yeah. Which in my case, like I definitely have. You total up everything on my setup, like it's a lot.
Yeah.
But I keep reiterating, invest into what you like and what you love, and like it's worth it. I have a bunch of random stuff, right? So I have a long charging cable for your controller, because nothing's worse than having a short charging cable when your like controller is dying. Yeah. And like you can't put your hands like under the desk. Yeah. Or like you're sitting far away from a TV or something like that. Like have a long charging cable. Another one is blue light glasses. I personally play with blue light glasses, but they're like my prescription glasses. Right. And if you get like bad headaches from looking at a screen all the time, like personally, like it helps a lot. Yeah. And there's science that it does help.
Yeah. That's not even gaming related. That's just like straight up like do that for yourself.
Yeah. And like my job, like I'm literally staring at a screen all day. Yeah. So, and I wear glasses like during like my job too. Yeah. So, just having blue light glass in general, going from, if you do work a job where you're looking at your screen all day and then you go and game afterwards, like definitely have a pair of those because it helps out. And then another thing that I'll add to this that everyone should be doing, regardless if they're gaming, is you need a water bottle. Yeah. If you're getting headaches, you're not drinking enough water. Yeah. Like, have a big water bottle next to you, because Mike and I drink a ton of water, like while we're gaming.
Oh, I slam water all the time. Yeah. It's good for you, and it'll make you play better too if you have some water on standby. You forget. Sometimes you get locked in, and you like we've had that where I like haven't eaten, and I'm like, bro, like. You're just in the moment, you're not thinking about it. Yeah. But then you sit in like the in-game lobby and you like maybe get up and you're like, whoa. I need to eat or I need to drink water.
And we've been there, like you start getting headaches.
Yeah, it's bad.
And it's because you don't got your blue light glasses and you're not drinking a lot of water.
Yeah. No, it's true. Another thing too, probably my last thing I would add, I can't remember the name of it. You probably have it, the cleaning stuff. What's that, like the spray that you use to go
whoosh,
clean?
Whoosh.
Yeah, whoosh. Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing I would have. Yeah, is have like a little cleaning spray that you use for like. I use it for my mom. I use it for a lot of things. I use it for my my computer, my phone.
Yeah, anything with the screen.
Yeah, anything like that. I even I use it sometimes too on my my controllers, like the plastic. I'll just go and use it really quick. Yeah. Keep your stuff clean, dude. For the love of God.
Clean setup. Yeah, it's gonna look mint.
It looks better. Yeah. You'll feel better. You'll fry better. It's a fact.
Definitely drink a lot of water, because like we'll spend like 8 hours playing. You need to drink water.
Yeah, you'll forget.
Yeah, and like when you're in the heat of the moment, like playing S&D or something, and you're talking so much, your mouth is dry and stuff. Like you need water. Yeah. So, two more things. What is it? Oh, a good chair.
Yes.
Because if you have a setup, like you need a good chair, because you're gonna be sitting and playing a lot. Yeah. The chair that I have is the autonomous. ergo.
Yeah.
And my chair was like it was pretty pricey.
Yeah.
But that I work from home.
Yeah.
Like, I literally sit in my chair like all day.
Yeah.
So again, it's like pay for what you can afford, and
Yeah. So like the opposite, like I have a chair from Target. Like it's just like a leather sitting like, it's nothing special. I think it was like $80 or something like that. Yeah. But that's the thing too, is like you have yours for work too. Like I don't work from home very much. So I really don't sit at my desk much unless I'm gaming. So like that chair is like perfect for me for like 2 hours that I'm in it.
And
or longer.
I will say like my setup, like everything that I have that's expensive and like extra to people, I also use it for work. Like the monitors that I have, like I use all of them for work.
That's the catch with your setting up, like your chair, like saying it's pricey, but you're sitting in your chair 5 days a week, 8 hours. Where myself, like I sit in my chair, like for those times we play, like that's it. That's really that's like the only time I'm ever sitting at my desk.
And my chair, like it was like $250. I got it on sale, and it was like total like. I think it's originally like $300. And like for most people, that's super pricey for a chair. But I'm telling you, if you get a good chair and you sit in it all day, like it's crazy the amount of like adjustments you can do. Like the chairs, like in the office, like where I work, you can literally like make them custom to your body. It's crazy. But I wasn't spending that much for like those chairs.
No thanks.
But definitely get a good chair, because you need if you sit in it all day, like posture. You need to keep up with your posture. Exactly. So you don't get back pains from grinding.
Right. Hunched over all the time.
And then I actually got 2 more. So for me, like I have like a heater, which like right in front of you, or like hand warmers. I also have like a couple of those. And this might be very random, which it kind of is, but if you're in a room that gets pretty cold, like during the winter, or you live in New England where it gets pretty cold during the winters, like my room right now, like isn't well insulated, and it's right, like if you look outside, there's not that much insulation. Like, my walls, like it's all wood panel, so it gets cold. It gets cold in here. So I need a heater, or like I need to keep my hands warm. You can't play with cold fingers.
No, you can't.
It's impossible.
So run your hands under cold water, or on hot water, or go and get hand warmers or something like that.
Or just have like a heater or something.
Anything like that.
My heater's like a big part of like my setup in the winter, especially. Like I always have it on because I can't play with cold. Like my hands right now are like pretty cold. So that just depends, like if you live in a cold area or not. And then last thing is, we already kind of mentioned it, but like a setup, like where you sit and play. Whether that's like you're in your living room playing. Or us, like we have our own desks. And that that can range of how much you want to spend. It doesn't matter. You can spend a lot of money. You can spend like no money at all. And it definitely helps when you have like a battle station. Because like me personally, like when I come to work, like I'm excited to sit in my setup and use all my screens, all my gadgets. And then when I get off and I'm ready to, go and fry kids, I'm excited to come and sit down.
Exactly. You could transform your setup from one thing to the next. You need a setup that's comfortable and that you like. And for me, it definitely helped when I got that to get me more into that gaming mode, into that mood. Like something you could throw in there would be like lights, just having like some like LED strips that I have behind my desk, or like same thing you've got that, or you've got like light panels. Like all those things can help with your mood when you're gaming.
And like it won't help.
You won't be a god all of a sudden, but they can
help your performance.
But they can make you enjoy it a lot more.
It sets a mood when you start gaming.
It definitely does. Like every time I game, I always have lights on. Like I always have some of those like LED strips going, doing whatever.
And again, like I keep saying, invest in your hobbies, and it doesn't matter how much you spend. Like on like whatever. If you like it, go for it. Especially if you can afford it.
Exactly.
I mean, like looking at my setup right now, like it's expensive. But this is something that I've like always wanted, and the setup I have is like my dream setup right now. I mean, there's always stuff to keep improving on the setup, but get what you want,
right,
and don't give a shit about what other people think.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like
it's your setup.
Yeah, like dude, I don't care that I have a scuff and like you don't. Like it shouldn't matter.
Yeah.
Like if you have the funds, again, if you have the money,
yeah,
like get it.
Now again, buy like some of the things that we talked about today. Those are things that like for your basic stuff. If you want to upgrade your gaming setup and your gaming experience, those are the first things I would look at.
Yeah.
You know, I would look at your monitor, look at a controller. Even the controller is something I wouldn't even think about just yet.
Headset.
Maybe, and the headset.
First.
Headset. I would say, definitely over everything. I would probably even put like the monitor being like one of the last things you might want to think about. You know, because you can get by with a TV. I think with a headset you can't. I think you definitely should get one of those, and then play around with like getting those little getting the control freaks. You know, you spend $15-$20 that can really change. You know, that can change your game.
Yeah. And like on top of that too, like Mike and I both started playing on big TVs with regular controllers.
Yeah.
And like, we didn't have any of this stuff.
Yeah.
Right. And I just like, I like tech, and I fell into the world of I want to spend more money on this stuff.
Yep.
And you just not as into tech as me, so you don't need to spend all this money like I did. You can go the route with Mike, and you have a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
But you just didn't spend as much as me.
Yeah. No, that's the thing that is important is like you can, as long as you pick some of your essentials, like all those 3 things that like regarding the controller, the headset, and the monitor, like they're all pretty close. Controllers preferences and some of that, but like the price at which you spend stuff, like you don't got to even worry about that. You know, if you're just gonna get into it to start, just think about some of those basic things that you can afford. Even just pick one of those. You know, if I had to pick anything, get the A10. Spend $60, get the A10s in your gaming. You'll go from like a 0 to an 8. Your gaming experience will get so much better. Just buy those things. You know, and buy like $10 worth of control freaks.
Yeah, exactly. And like as you get older, you'll get more cash.
Yeah, and then the snowball starts rolling, and then you're like, yo, I need this. Yo, I need this.
Yeah,
yo, I want this. I want this.
And then you're like me. I turned into an adult. I'm like, I have adult money now.
Yeah, exactly.
I can start getting stuff that I've been looking at and like dreaming about.
Yeah, it's that's the thing that's so bad now. Is
we have adult money.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, you'd see something like you'd say like $150 controller is insane, and I'm like, that's not that bad.
Yeah,
like, that's not horrible.
Yeah.
You know?
Other people like, you would spend $150 on a controller.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, we play every
it's worth
day.
It's worth it to us.
So, I mean, again, reiterating, spend money.
You do you.
Yeah, spend your money on your hobbies.
This is what we think.
Us gamers, like, man, I've seen setups that are way crazier than mine.
Oh, yeah.
Mine's not even
they put
like,
it to shame. Put it to shame.
Mine's not even that crazy.
No.
Like, I have a pretty good setup, but compared to other people. But I'll tell you, like, when Mike and I, like, we have our own places, my thing's going to be decked out.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be whack.
I'm going to have a battle station.
Yeah, the whole room.
It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, it's going to be insane.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you wanted to add?
No, that was like, all the main stuff. Like, we can just say again, headset, definitely, I would say number 1.
Yep.
Headset. And, like, the control freaks, like, they're cheap. Like, you might as well, like, buy those. Yeah. And then, controller's preference, and again, monitor, like, you don't need to get that.
Yeah.
Like, unless, you want to jump into that.
Yeah.
Like, you can, but.
Yeah, but if and when the time comes and you want more stuff, take a note of all the stuff that we've talked about, or come back and re-listen to the episode, and you can maybe explore some of those things. And we'll make sure, too, to link. Specifically, we'll have Justin's stuff that he has and that he's able to find online, and same with myself.
Yeah.
We'll link that in the description on YouTube.
Yeah.
So you can go check it out.
Yep.
And yeah, you can fish around and see what you'd like to buy. Yeah.
And I mentioned a bunch of like random stuff. We'll link literally everything.
Yeah.
Like what water bottle.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, so
yeah,
if you guys want that, and none of these links are affiliated links.
Yeah.
It's just, stuff that we use.
Yeah.
None of this is sponsored.
We don't get any cash for it.
Yeah. No kickback.
No.
So
feel free to buy what you'd like.
Yeah, exactly. You want to copy us?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty flattering.
Yeah, right. But yeah, do you have anything else to add in our setup?
No, just again, this is great for the holidays.
Yeah.
If you want to spend a lot of money on someone that you love, like and they're a gamer,
or somebody you want to love you.
yeah.
Maybe
and they're a gamer.
Somebody off.
Yeah. They're a gamer. These are all really, really good.
Yeah.
Like things to pick up for them.
No, I totally agree. And yeah, this is what we use and probably are going to use for a long time.
Every day.
Yeah. We use it every day, and it's tried and true stuff. So be sure to go check it out then. All right. So this has been episode 40 of the COD Casuals podcast. Again, be sure to check us out on Twitter at the COD Casuals, youtube.com COD Casuals. Yep. We don't have any video right now on there, but that will change in the future. Yep. But be sure to go check it out, like, comment, subscribe to us. Yep. And yeah, make sure to follow us on Twitter as well. Again, we're keeping up our engagement there.
We also have an Instagram now.
Yes, we do have an Instagram.
We post every now and then.
Right, we do. So, and if you want updates for when we post episodes or anything like that, be sure to follow us at Instagram at the COD Casuals. So we're spreading ourselves across all the platforms here. Yep. So you got no excuses, ladies and gentlemen, to check us out. Okay. Yeah. So this has been episode 40 once again of the COD Casuals podcast. We're your host, Mike,
and I'm Justin.
And we will see you in episode 41. Take it easy, everybody.
Peace.